Hello YouTube! Long time I did one of these reviews on my channel. But, whatever, since I got this brand new camera, hell, I'm going to be doing this in HD. It's time for your 2016 Battleground review, and first off, I have to say, this was a very enjoyable yet fun pay-per-view. And on that note, Dean Ambrose is going to be the franchise player of the WWE, and tonight bringing the WWE Championship back to SmackDown and making Stephanie McMahon very super salty. Yeah, Dean Ambrose, your future franchise player in the WWE, and your key to helping make SmackDown a big draw for the rest of the year. So let's get into this. We start off with our pre-show match with the Usos. Yeah, it was pretty much Usos and Breeze Dango. Breeze Dango pick up the victory. So like, not real. It was okay, but yeah, whatever. It was a throwaway match on the pre-show. Our first match of the evening was Sasha Banks versus Charlotte and Dana Brooke. I pretty much predicted this right. Sasha Banks' mystery partner was Bayley. She came in, got a great fucking crowd pop from the crowd. She came in, she had the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men. Say that 5 times fast. She had her entire NXT get up from there. She got a huge pop from the crowd. Sasha Banks and Bayley pick up the victory. Very good opening women's match to start off the show. Yeah. And hope WWE book Bayley right, because she's a good women's wrestler. She's got heart. She's pretty much got the heart and passion to be a good women's competitor in the WWE. And moving on to our next match. What do we got? What do we have? Was Rusev versus Zack Ryder. Rusev picking up the victory, and goddamn, Lana looked fucking hot in that match. But Zack Ryder also coming out in kind of like a tribute attire to Sting, Warrior, and Savage all in one. Yeah, the tassels were reminiscent of Macho Man, but the coat seemed very reminiscent of Sting's WCW Great American Bash jacket, and also inspired trunks by. And Warrior-inspired trunks. But Rusev picking up the victory with the Accolade. After that, Rusev was going to try to lock in the Accolade again on Zack Ryder, and then Mojo Rawley coming out like he just snorted an entire 8-ball of coke. Coming in wanting to goat Rusev into a fight. Rusev wanting none of that. Because, like, why the hell would you want to fight somebody who just snorted an 8-ball of coke? But whatever. It was what it was. Pretty decent match. Moving on. Okay, what do we have? New Day versus the Wyatt family. I picked the New Day to win because, like, I thought since they were going to break up the Wyatt family, they were going to give the win to the New Day. But whatever, Wyatt family picked up the victory. You did have Xavier Woods going crazy, like the whole story where like Xavier Woods was afraid of Bray Wyatt. They did have him snap out of that fear, and did try to conquer his fear by beating up Bray Wyatt for a second. Then had Big E spear Braun Strowman through the ropes, and then Bray Wyatt did do his upside down spider walk thing, traumatizing Xavier, locking, then hitting him with the Sister Abigail, picking up the 1-2-3 Wyatt family win, getting a big victory, pretty much getting the last victory as a whole for the Wyatt family. Might not be the last time we see the Wyatt family all together, because, like, Braun Strowman is going off on his own, but Luke Harper is scheduled to come back from injury at the end of next month, so on SmackDown we might see the original three members of the Wyatt family reunite on SmackDown, and Braun Strowman just go off on his own. And one thing, Braun Strowman does look like a monster heel when he's going off on his own. That guy looks like he could fucking beat the living shit out of everybody. So, our next match, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, and fuck, this looked like the match of the fucking night. You had reverse holds, you had kickouts. I'd say go back and watch this match. It's well worth watching. Like, pretty much it was fast paced from the beginning. Not necessarily fast paced, but there was a spot in this match where you literally thought Sami Zayn might have got injured. He did do, like, he was going to do a springboard off the rope and then flip over. And he banged his elbow right on the ring apron. And he really thought that the match would have been called right there. But the match did continue. You had two pop-up power bombs, where Sami Zayn kicked out of. I think that might have been one of them, because the first one got reversed into a Hurricane Rana. But whatever, Sami Zayn picking up the victory with two haluva kicks. First one in the corner, going for the second one, he picked up Kevin Owens, staring at him like it was kind of poetic, goes back, then runs right into him and nailing him with a second haluva kick, going for the 1-2-3 cover. And moving on to Miz versus Darren Young, and this was kind of like the slow-paced match of the. Oh wait, I'm forgetting about Becky Lynch and Natalya. I forgot. Skipping over a minute. Yeah, Becky Lynch and Natalya was after that match. So it was kind of a decent match, but I feel sorry for both Natty and Becky Lynch for having to follow Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, because I'm pretty sure the crowd was dead during most of the match, and kind of feel sorry for the women's competitors, because they do put on just as much effort as the men do, and too bad that there wasn't much of a crowd reception for it. But they still put on a decent match. Natalya locking Becky into the sharpshooter, and she tapped out. Kind of feel sorry that Becky Lynch hasn't really gotten a big win that she deserves, because it kind of is frustrating that she hasn't gotten that big pay-per-view win since she came to the main roster. Hopefully WWE does kind of give her that big match. Hopefully, if they have her and Natty have a rematch at SummerSlam, that Becky Lynch does hopefully pick up the win, because she needs a big pay-per-view win under her belt. She pretty much seemed like the jobber of the four horsewomen. Her, Charlotte, Sasha, and Bayley. That's what I was talking about. And finally, moving on to Miz and Darren Young. This was kind of like a who gives a fuck? Because towards the end of it, you had Maurice slap Bob Backlund. Maurice trying to feign an injury. Bob Backlund going nuts and trying to rip his shirt off. Miz pretty much shoving Bob Backlund on his butt and being locked in a cross-faced chicken wing, and then the match got called out. Whatever. Match was called off. Miz retained. Whatever the fuck that was. It was pretty much a huge clusterfuck. Then moving on to the six-man tag. Cena, Enzo, and Cass against the Club. Cena, Enzo, and Cass picking up the victory. Actually, it was Cena picking up the victory for his team with the attitude adjustment off the middle rope. Pinning AJ Styles, whatever is new. You're going to have a bunch of IWC members saying AJ Styles is buried, AJ Styles is done, whatever the fuck. We already knew that Cena, Enzo, and Cass was going to pick up the victory. And AJ Styles won at Money in the Bank. The feud is going to continue. AJ and Cena are going to finish the feud at SummerSlam. Hopefully AJ Styles is the one to pick up the victory. But whatever. I'm not necessarily going to say that AJ and the Club are buried, because they both put on a good match. You had a very back and forth. You had Enzo and Cass, who were extremely entertaining during the match. And Big Cass throwing Enzo all around, using him as a weapon against the Club. Club and Enzo and Cass, AJ and Cena going all over the place. It was a pretty fun match. Cena, Enzo, and Cass picking up the victory. Moving on to the highlight reel with special guest Randy Orton. Basically, Randy Orton throwing in a quick jab at Brock Lesnar, saying, here's the line that he said, "No enhancement needed." Huge fucking jab at Brock Lesnar for the 2 failed drug tests. Then it ended with, first of all, Randy Orton teased a RKO on Chris Jericho. He went like that, kind of spooked Chris Jericho. Then, when he didn't expect it, nailed him with the RKO. So, that was pretty enjoyable to watch. Now moving on to the main event. Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns. Plus another thing, you had both commissioners and both GMs for Raw and SmackDown out ringside. Plus they were also had cameras in the back in the both Raw and SmackDown locker rooms, mainly because both shows were riding on whoever walks out of this match with the WWE Championship. Basically, it was a fun match. Roman Reigns literally got booed the fuck out of the building. This crowd wanted nothing to do with Roman Reigns at all in this match. You had kind of like a Shield move where where Dean Ambrose put Roman Reigns on Seth Rollins, and they both powerbombed Roman Reigns through the Spanish announce table. Then Seth Rollins pulled a steel chair out from under the ring, nailed Dean Ambrose, nailed Roman Reigns, kind of reminiscent of when Seth Rollins originally broke up the Shield. This was pretty much a fun match to watch. Kind of sad that this wasn't at SummerSlam or WrestleMania, because this match would have been a very big ticket. It would have been a good big ticket match to sell out WrestleMania, sell out SummerSlam. But in the end, Dean Ambrose retains. You had Roman Reigns going for the Superman punch. When he was going for the spear, Seth Rollins hit him with the pedigree. Oh wait, I think like Roman Reigns hit Seth Rollins with the spear. And then Dean Ambrose came in, nailed Reigns with the Dirty Deeds, pinned 1, 2, 3, clean victory. Dean Ambrose retains, bringing the WWE Championship exclusively to SmackDown, pretty much making Dean Ambrose the guy to carry SmackDown in this brand split, brand extension. Dean Ambrose is going to be the franchise player for SmackDown. Hell, he's going to be the fucking franchise player for the WWE for the rest of 2016. And this was my review for WWE Battleground 2016. I'll give it like a 8 out of a 10. So, this was my review. Give me what you thought of the pay-per-view in the comments section below, and peace the fuck out.